Hello, welcome to the stream. I'm Milo. My pronouns are they, them, and so last week I played Gamera 2000, and that got me in the mood for giant monster games. So this week we're going to play Rampage Universal Tour. But first I want to show you what the original game in this sort of generation was. Rampage World Tour, because Rampage Universal Tour is called Rampage 2, even though it's the third game, and that's because it's directly following on the same consoles from World Tour, and it uses the same engine. So I'm going to briefly show you what Rampage World Tour is like, and then move on to the sequel for the majority of this stream. We even get some credits, nice. And some of these will show up in the sequel as well. There's no sound here. Yes. Oh, Gibbon saying the World Tour is a reboot, which explains why Universal Tour would get a 2, being a direct sequel to that. That makes sense. So this is the classic lineup: George, Lizzie, and Ralph. Lizzie is the girl one. Well, it's true, there have been no serious side effects reported so far. I think we need to stop production before... Oh no! So this game was originally on the... This one got an arcade release. Got ported to computers, PlayStation, Saturn, Nintendo 64, and then this Game Boy Color version. The gameplay is still pretty similar, but a little bit simplified, I guess. I don't know. I don't have that much experience with Rampage series, to be honest. But I thought picking the Game Boy Color one to play would be good because... it's very underrepresented. It doesn't have, like, any speedruns or long plays, either of the two, World Tour and Universal Tour. It doesn't even have a guide on game FAQs. There's only some, like, cheats that I tried and they didn't work, so, yeah. There's also a feature that they added in the sequel that I'm demonstrating here that you will see in a minute. So yeah, this is the basic setup. You do that a million times over to smash a lot of buildings and move on to different places in the world. Hence World Tour. But now I'm going to properly play the sequel, which I will capture the window of. Like so. Reset. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. So the big thing with the sequel was that it actually abandoned the... that's true, Given saying there's not much point for a guide. It's a pretty simple series. Okay, very good point. Yeah. Like, what's interesting about Universal Tour to me is that George, Lizzie, and Ralph are in every game in the series. They're the main characters, they're the main faces. But in this one, you start with an entirely new trio of monsters. And you do unlock the 3 classics, but yeah, it's introducing like next generation cast kind of thing. What the? Oh, I pressed start? Wait. Hang on. I gotta reset. It didn't take me to options because I pressed start instead of A or whatever. Weird. Okay. Also, digital clips. You will have seen them on stream before. I played their Alice in Wonderland game on Game Boy Color. Also, note lead programmer Catherine Mataga. So, we've got a great example of a female game programmer. She's been working in the industry for a long time. Although if you go back far enough, you'll see her listed under her dead name before 1985. But yeah, she handled programming for this game, which otherwise is based on the engine of the first GBC game. But it's nice to have another trans woman game developer joining the ranks among legends like Burger Becky and Daniel Bentonberry and etc. Alright, normal mode seems fine to me. Okay, so here are the new monsters. Curtis, the mouse. Boris, the rhino. And Ruby, the lobster crab. I guess she's a lobster, and she's the girl one, so we're gonna pick that. Our top story tonight: New York City celebrated the end of its rebuilding process. Also got a new style for the human characters there, by laying the capstone of the new Empire State Building. Okay, Ruby's a lobster. This could never happen again, claims Mayor Richards. We are just too well prepared. In related news, I have just received a special report. We're live at Scum Labs International, where a disturbance has been reported. Apparently, another disaster has occurred in one of Scum Lab's controversial mutation experiments. Who could have guessed? Hi April, how you doing? Enormous monsters are destroying anything and everything in their path. Oh noes. Not again. They're on a... title drop. Rampage 2 Universal Destruction. So in each stage we're going to rescue characters. No, that's not right. Not in each stage. There's a few to rescue. Gibbon's saying there are more new characters in this, but she doesn't know if they're in the Game Boy Color version, since they had to be unlocked and or user code to access them. Yes, there are codes for this version. I don't know if they... Oh, I've closed the tab. Yeah. I think there's 4 unlockable monsters in this. The 3 classic ones and 1 new one, and maybe some palette swaps for the new one as well. Yeah. Alright. Destroy buildings to advance to the next city. So you can see the backgrounds have gotten a bit of a boost here compared to the first game. And the mechanic I wanted to demonstrate is if you're on top of a building and you hit it enough times from above, you can destroy the whole thing in one go. That was not in the original Game Boy Color World Tour game. So yeah, that's a quick way to take down a whole building, but you do lose the power-ups, that's the thing. You would have seen them appearing there. Oh, what? I guess I'm vulnerable to dynamite or something, whatever this guy's throwing. So you can recover a bit of health by... oh no, what, am I slipping? Yeah, I'm slipping on a surface here. Interesting. Whoa, okay. Come on. So by smashing windows, you can reveal power-ups. If someone's leaning out of the window, you can eat them. But, yeah, I probably should have looked up a manual or something for what all these do, but we can figure it out. Alright. It's hard to climb down, apparently. Is the goal just to destroy everything? I guess so. The jump is pretty pathetic, honestly. Cheese! Hidden cheese. What is this, Perfect Dark? Okay. Let's try and get more power-ups. Oh, yeah. Smash enough windows and the whole building's structural integrity fails. Oh, I didn't know I could destroy that one. Gibbon is filling me in about some stuff. What did that do? No idea. The console version of this one was one of Gibbon's favorite games back in the day, but her folks took it away, understandably, on 9/11. Yep, okay, fair enough. And she says I kind of fell out of the series after that. They also just stopped making them at that point for a good while. She says she hasn't played the Wii one or the recent movie tie-in entry. Yeah, the recent movie with Dwayne Johnson is interesting. It also didn't get a traditional game tie-in. It got 4 different, like, weird modern trend type things. There's an arcade game, but it's a redemption game. There's a VR game, there's an AR game, and there's a browser game. But I don't actually know what the browser game is like. That's probably the one with the most potential to be a traditional Rampage-like, probably. Captain is asking me if I'm an affiliate on Twitch. Oh, I can jump higher by pressing up. Oh, and then you bounce a few times to smash that. Okay, that's what I need to do. I'm something on Twitch. What's the low level one? I'm not a partner. I might be an affiliate. Yeah, a redemption game like where you get tickets. So redemption games can have real gameplay, but yeah. Sorry, I didn't look into more specifics about it. People can be quite helpful when you're feeling low. Apparently there's a board game version of this game. Well, it wasn't official. Captain is telling me this. And they were forced to change the name of the board game. If Captain's asking if I get money if he subs. I'm actually not sure. I think I did get some money last year from Twitch, but it wasn't much. Feel free to use it on someone else. I'm doing fine. I just sold my bike. I have money. So yeah, a board game with the same name as this, as Rampage Universal Tour, that seems pretty blatant. No wonder they had to change it. I have played Kings of Tokyo, which is a kaiju themed board game. That's quite good. Love seeing the different monster designs that people come up with, even if they're just like riffs on existing ones. Copyright skirting. Okay, so we do a high jump here. We can... Okay, yeah, that works. Some buildings have bouncy roofs. Yeah, I was going to do a little explanation of the whole series. It's interesting to me to track them, even if you just load up Moby Games and look at the list there, which doesn't include the most recent ones based on the movie. Because you can sort of chart the success of the series by how many ports they got. The original game, Rampage, was an arcade game. Oh, okay. The board game that Captain was mentioning is called Rampage. Simply Rampage, or it was. They had to change the title to Terror in Meeple City. Oh god, I'm dropping so many frames. My internet sucks today. Well, this is even after we've just upgraded our Wi-Fi mesh network. Absurd. Ooh, Captain subscribe. Thank you. I appreciate it. The one who finishes with the most toys will win. Oh, it's Seattle. Okay. Okay, Gibbon is doing the research that I didn't do, looking at footage of the most recent arcade game. She says it seems to be in this building destruction style, but is like all the monster designs are like they are in the film, which makes sense, but it's so weird. Yeah, if you're used to the cartoony look of the series, the movie has very realistic style monsters that are mutated animals and not humans transformed as they are in the rest of the series, by the way. So I am playing as a woman who has turned into a giant lobster, thanks to Scum Labs experiments, as you are with most characters in the series. Oi! How do I deal with this tank? Can you throw things? It's just stun-locking me. This is absurd. Oi, oi, oi. Wait, did I lose a life? I'm gonna need to look up a manual. Yeah, I'll just check it out real quick. Just to make sure I know all the controls, because the game didn't really teach me. Rampage 2 GBC manual. Kim says she kind of wants to play the new one. Here we go. Found a PDF. All right. Okay, let me pull this back up. Okay. Manual. A button jump, press rapidly to fly. From what I know of the monsters, I don't feel like any of them should be able to fly, but maybe it's a power-up? A and B to kick. Okay, that'll help. B to punch. Select for special attacks. See, this is all very useful stuff. Yeah, rescue mission. Each monster has strengths or weaknesses. Wait, there was a meter? That UI was so indistinct that I couldn't tell. Oh well. Oh, there's a whole bunch of attacks. Up and kick. Directional. Yeah, okay. I gotta try these out. Well, I'm glad I read the manual. Oh, and explanations of the power-ups. Okay. Super strength. Health boost. Vomit-inducing icons. So don't eat the petrol can, the poison bottle, or the radioactive waste. And some things just give you points. Cool. What does tremendous strength mean exactly? Oh, we've got a team name, the Wrecking Crew. Ruby. Superpower, lobster can opener. Mega food boost, fish. She's got a favorite food. And Mucus, the extra bonus character, is not included here. Okay, let's go. Let's try the kick move. Yeah. Okay, and I can do a jump kick. Yeah. And then, oh, well, I'm up here now. Let's do some quick destruction. Should have used the building site to hit that plane. Ugh. Oh, okay, so jumping on that vehicle destroyed it. I keep getting hit in midair by this turret, though. Are you kidding me? I don't... Okay. Cool. Oh great, they're sending more. Got him. Let's focus on that plane now. Kick. Yeah. Sick. Now let's try the fly maneuver. It's not working. Oh! Oh, it is! Okay. It's just not very powerful. Let's get up high. Yeah. You have a sort of flapping double jump thing. Interesting. Oh, so many drop frames. This sucks. Wait, what is this? Was that a vomit-inducing food? Okay. So Captain's telling me about the Rampage board game. He says he owns it. It's an awesome dexterity game. Each player plays a kaiju monster. During setup, you build up buildings that are cardboard squares held up by meeples. On your turn, you can flick a disc. Where it lands, you move your giant wooden monster to. Body slam a building you're touching by picking up your wooden creature and dropping it on the building. Or you can use your fire breath by placing your literal chin on top of your wooden monster and physically blowing over buildings with your breath. And then says, this game clearly came out before COVID. See, I can't tell what some of these things are. Was that a can of sardines? Whatever it is, it did not help. So maybe the art in this game leaves a little something to be desired. But it plays well. Like, I kind of like the pre-rendered, the crunched pre-rendered look that Game Boy games like this go for. Like, it doesn't look objectively great, but I think it's charming. Okay. Can I swim as a lobster? I can. Oh, I'm sinking. What was that? There are so many different power-ups. Oh, short level. San Francisco, totally destroyed. Anyway, that sounds really cool, Captain. I like board games that have a physical component, like an action component kind of thing. This city looks a lot like the other city earlier. Obviously this was first on consoles that had a lot more power. So it's also interesting in that it's a reinterpretation to a lower fidelity format, which is always interesting to me. Anyway. We still dropping all these frames? Oh my god. More than half of my frames are dropped. This sucks. I'm very sorry. I was looking at a long play of the console version of this and it was about 3 hours. I get the feeling this is smaller scale. It might take me not that long. Smash, smash. Yeah, just ignore the helicopter. It's fine. Destroy the building before the time runs out. Bonus round. Yeah. So most of the gameplay is climbing buildings and smashing the windows. Very easy to destroy a whole building with this new system of hitting it from the top. What? Oh, is that because I didn't pick up any power-ups from the windows? San Diego, the one who finishes with the most toys will win. I don't get these like briefing things. They don't seem to relate sometimes. I'm not competing with anyone. I'm not even sure if this version had, you know, link cable support. Oh, strength upgrade. Don't eat the cigarettes. Cigarettes are bad for monsters. Also, I don't know what the second bar is. Let's try and look that up. So we got the health bar. Oh, sorry. Health power. Oh. So that's my power meter and it flashes and then you press select, which I haven't tried yet. Destroy buildings faster. Also, freeing the captured comrade hasn't happened yet. I assume that's going to happen at the end of like this set of levels and it's a contextual thing. Otherwise, I've just missed it. Okay. My power bar is flashing, so let's do it. Let's do it. What's the select button mapped to? Hold on. Jeez. Game Boy. The touchpad. I tried that, I'm sure. Go, go, power. That's not working. Why not? God, these tanks are really my nemesis. Whoa! Oh, I guess it did work. But you have to be moving. That's my lobster can opener thing. Cool, okay. Oof. Still in America. We went from World Tour to Universal Tour, but we spent all the time so far in the US. Okay. Presumably we'll go elsewhere eventually. Ooh, cake. Yeah, so there's the food items, but you can also eat people. Yeah, so I was telling you about the series a while back, and I got distracted by a bunch of stuff. I wanted to tell you about the ports. The port situation is what was interesting to me. Because the first game, it was in arcades, but it also got ports to pretty much every platform under the sun in the late 80s. I could read the whole list, but that would involve looking at my list. Okay, kick. Yeah, got it. I want to eat these people because I need to get some health back. Where did that extra helicopter come from? So rude. But just to give you an idea of like relative generations, this is the Game Boy Color. The first game got a port to the NES as its only like Nintendo port. Now that's an interesting background. Can you see that from Las Vegas? I guess. But this is the near future, I suppose. It looks like they've built things on those buttes and plateaus, mesas, whatever. Moving on. Phoenix. Okay. I know someone who used to live in Phoenix. Did I get a health refill or is it just because I died? Yep. So, yeah, the first game got tons and tons of ports to everything. The second game in the series is that Reboot World Tour, which was on, you know, arcade, computer, PlayStation, Saturn, Nintendo 64, and the Game Boy conversion, which I mentioned previously, all that stuff, but there's sort of this trilogy in that era, starting with World Tour and then Universal Tour, gets a lot fewer ports. It's only on the PlayStation, the Nintendo 64, and the Game Boy Color one, which I'm playing now. Following that up was Travel Through Time, where they've gone over the world. They've gone, in this one, through the universe, presumably. Hopefully we get there at some point. And then there's a time travel component with some cheesy, sort of like Carmen Sandiego. You visit different eras. It's educational. Oh, I've got a strength power up, and it's already run out. Oh my gosh, didn't last long. Gibbon saying Through Time was lame. Yeah, and not only that, it didn't have the ports are decreasing over time. There's only one instance of Through Time. It's on the PlayStation and nothing else. So obviously, I guess the series is getting less successful, or they can't justify putting it out on so many platforms. Gibbon alluded to a Wii version earlier. So in the PS2 generation, Total Destruction was on the PlayStation 2 and the GameCube, and then got a port to the Wii as well. I think at around the same time, so they're really overlapping. But the Wii version has a whole bunch of extra stuff. It has 10 extra monsters. What is this? A strength upgrade. Okay, I don't know what it was, but it powered me up, I guess. Well, I don't know effectively what that even does. So yeah, Total Destruction was impressive to me because it has so many playable monsters. Just tons and tons of them, even more on the Wii version, which is a lot of fun. There's a jellyfish monster, there's like an earthworm monster. Just all kinds of different animals. Very cool stuff. Okay, that's Dallas destroyed. Gibbons also saying a chat about a spin-off that existed on the GBA, Puzzle Attack, which was like a falling block dropper thing. Yeah. It's an interesting choice. I'm not sure how well it integrated the monster elements, because I've only seen a few screenshots. Gibbon's also saying she in Travels Through Time, or Rampage Through Time, she liked the different eras thing, but they kept punctuating it with Rampage-skinned versions of other Midway arcade games. Also, there were like mini-games based on other Midway properties. That's kind of interesting, but I get what you mean, like, you're not there to play other games, you're there to play Rampage. Trying to get this helicopter. Yeah. Cool. There goes San Antonio. It looks a lot like other cities we've been to. Oh man. I hope the VOD upload doesn't have all this frame drops. I think it should be okay. But like, the bandwidth is just horrible right now. Hang on, let me try some things. Oh, I won't do that. Okay, that's not running. Let's see if it improves when I pause. I've got like online backups running. Oh, that's probably it. Haven't been diligent about pausing that when I need to recently. I think that has improved things. I wish that icon animated or something. Alright, let's see how we go now. Sorry about that. Okay. Fly to the farther platforms for a better bonus. A new kind of gameplay. Okay, fly! Yeah! Oh, I didn't do very well. Okay, moving on. Houston. And only 3 lives left. Hopefully we don't get any terrible game over states. So yeah, there's a lot to the series. I feel like I might have played one of them, maybe I rented it on the 64 or something. But I really don't have much experience with the series. Oh, actually, my local retro game shop has a free play Rampage cabinet set up. So you can just go there and play the original. Which I've never actually availed myself of, because when I'm there I'm like focused on looking through the shelves for all the cool stuff. Oh, yeah, some of these levels are pretty short. Let's see. Gibbon, did you know about the Connect game? Were you following development of it? Because there was a 360 Connect installment planned in development and was cancelled. There's concept art out there of the monsters and stuff. Captain doesn't have game shops like that where he is. That's unfortunate. Gah! The different, like, directional attacks you can do don't always look that different. Alright, let's use a special. Special! Go! Go special! It worked once. I don't know how. Oh, jeez. Ah, Gibbet did not know about the Kinect version. Would you have got it at the time if it had released? Okay, where are we this time? New Orleans. I've been there. I was very young, but had a good time. You can tell by the architectural style that we're in a different city. Not really. The buildings often look the same. Although maybe the kind of spires on that building to the left is a unique feature. Maybe. This kind of style of house. Ah, Gibbon did not have a Kinect. Well, fair enough. Wait, what was that? It's really hard to tell what some of these items are supposed to be. Oh well. Ah! Really? Now that's a poison. It looks a little different from how it looked in the manual, honestly. Oh, is that a hamburger? And is this a bomb? Yeah, that hurt me. People don't restore much health, do they? Captain's saying, I didn't have enough space for a Kinect when Kinect was a thing. Yeah, fair enough. That's probably... applies to a lot of people, really. Me as well. It's kind of ridiculous. Designed for people with those giant suburban houses. Flap, flap, flap. Okay, what city is this? I have no idea about American geography. St. Louis. St. Louis? Whatever. And you don't get health refills between levels. Let's try and take down this plane. Yeah! Not sure if that would work. But I can do this! Yeah! That actually worked. That feels great. Eat the person, eat the person, eat the person. Yeah. Oh, I actually lost a life there. Never mind. So I had some other notes here about the game's development, or at least the people and the companies involved. So the main version of this game on the 64 and the PlayStation was Avalanche Software, who of course would later go on to make Disney Infinity and so on. Okay, let's learn what these items are. That's a bad one. Don't eat the bad one. Okay. But the craze of this one, of course, Digital Eclipse. I mentioned their Alice in Wonderland game, but they made a few other games that I played myself, not necessarily on stream, like Rayman Hoodlum's Revenge, the follow-up to Rayman 3 on Game Boy Advance. Sort of an isometric dealio, which is interesting. They also did all the Spyro GBA games, which are quite good and I enjoy. But looking through the list of people involved, Catherine Margatal, of course, caught my eye, but there's other people at the company, like the, what is he, the president of Digital Eclipse, also credited on this game as technical director, Mike Micker, who I know for amateur work, because he created the Pauline edition of Donkey Kong, a ROM hack for Donkey Kong that made Pauline the playable character and Mario as the damsel in distress, which was really cool. I think I've played it on stream before. It's a hack of the classic edition of the NES game, which was Nintendo's like new version that included the missing level. And yeah, that's just something he did in his spare time. Don't eat the scissors. So yeah, it's kind of funny to have worked on, you know, an unofficial modification for a Donkey Kong game and work on a game that has a King Kong XB in it. Just coming at Kong from all angles. I wonder who made the DS version of the Peter Jackson King Kong game. I'll have to look that up later. What is that, a loaf of bread? Who knows? It could be anything. The core gameplay here is simple but satisfying. It's when you start getting attacked by all the vehicles that hit detection becomes difficult. Wait, hold on, I wasn't reading. Bonus round, kick and stomp people for a bonus. Okay. I don't actually know how to stomp, but I can check the manual. Stomp. Building stomp. Hold down while tapping jump. I should probably try that. Oh, and instead of grabbing, you can kick the building. That could probably help to take them down quicker. Okay. Always learning with this game. And my broadcast has really cleared up. So yeah, it was my online backup thing that was the problem. So that was a stomp. You tap down while jumping. Oh no, you don't even need to tap down to crush people. Oh, I guess I didn't do well. Okay. I was also looking at what other projects Catherine Magatar had worked on. I guess that was a good one. So like, she worked on Rayman Hoodlum's Revenge and other things at Digital Eclipse, but she eventually moved on from there. Excuse me? No, come on. The tank is just absurd. Alright, that had a visible effect. Wait for it to take a shot and then move in. Yeah, okay. Jeez. It took so much health. Yeah, there we go. So kicking a building from the side instead of punching to get items will do more damage to the overall building, and it'll sort of reveal the understructure, which is interesting. Like that. But often I'm low on health, so I need to hunt for those power-ups, those pickups. Nope. Yeah, so Catherine Magatar moved on to... what was it? Oh yeah, she worked at Double Fine for a while. She worked on Costume Quest and Stacking. And then I saw her listed on Star Wars Uprising, which was a really interesting mobile game. Unfortunately gone too soon, shut down. But that was one where there was like a story to it and you made your own character and stuff. Notably, it was the game that let you play as a female Dathomirian Zabrak, which, if you know about the Night Brother and Night Sister lore, doesn't seem like it would work, but you could pick that design. You could be a Lady Darth Maul. And I always wanted to try it after finding out about it after it had shut down. Very sad. I had that happen to me recently as well. There was an Avatar The Last Airbender mobile game called Avatar Generations that was shut down after less than a year in service. Then I looked at the publisher and it all made sense because Square Enix commissioned it, I guess, or published it. And their free-to-play or their live service games have a habit of, yeah, getting just so, what do I want to say? just badly served because they get shut down when they've barely been around for very long. Okay, I guess you can go kick so many times and then it kind of drops you off. Flapping is a good way to get around horizontally. Gives you a lot of horizontal air momentum. Yeah. Yep, I'm not dropping any more frames, so I think I fixed the problem. And it was all my own fault. How frustrating. But I haven't got any chat for a while. I hope my chat is not broken. Somebody say something. I'm feeling lonely. Okay, Cleveland. There are so many levels in this game. When am I gonna get to go to some other place than America? I wonder. What is this? A razor blade? Yep, that was bad. I didn't need that. I don't know what you're talking about. We do get passwords, so if I get a game over, I can always continue from a password. Okay, we're all still here. Captain's working. Fair enough. That is your username. Kinda working. So I would kinda expect that. Just want to eat these people. Every little bit helps. Oh, never mind. It's the ones with guns that is annoying. See, once we leave the US, presumably later in this game, we might not have to deal with so many random civilians having guns shooting us, which would be nice. That doesn't work from a difficulty curve basis, but that would be realistic. The health is so minimal from eating a person. I'm better off looking for these food items. Let's try and grab that before we die. Yeah, I got a little bit back. So what's that green thing over there? Maybe a sushi roll, do you think? Hard to say. Ooh, a banana? That must be George's favorite food. I don't think I've seen a fish yet, which is sort of supposed to be Ruby's favorite food according to the manual. I assume Yoshi's story, like, if you find that monster's favorite food, it'll heal more or whatever. The guns is ridiculous. What a hellish country. Just kidding, it's fine. Okay, that's a password. Just quickly take a screenshot of that. Although, I've got 4 lives, so I'm probably fine. For now. Don't need to be noting it down. 3 lives. Nom nom nom. Yeah, the most efficient way is to get on top and smash, if you're just looking for destruction. The kicking from the side is good, but you can only do a couple of them before you have to jump off and then climb again. See? Yeah, for some reason I remember that being a mechanic of destroying a part of a building and then you can't damage it in that area anymore. I just don't know what other version of this I ever played, you know. It was probably a 64 one. Oh, oh, oh. That's gotta help. Oh, that was huge, yeah. Eat the first aid kit. Try the stomp. The bullets are so small. Yeah, the stomp works. That's good. Or I could just destroy this building and we'll leave the level. Oh no, stun locked again. Yeah! Bloody tanks. They're definitely the nemesis here. Let's see. Pittsburgh. In the great state of the East Coast. I don't know states. Yeah, I was trying to do that and it worked. Who's throwing bombs at me? Cartoon bombs at that. You don't just get those from the shops. I really got to figure out how the special move works. I'm trying it right now. It's supposed to be select. Yeah, got him. Okay, bonus round, destroy the building. But you get bonuses if you find stuff? No, maybe it's just a time thing. But no bonus awards. I just don't get these bonus rounds, I guess. Maybe the manual could help me. I'm not going to look at this point. Alright, fine, I'm going to look. Does the manual reveal anything about bonus rounds? There's a hint section. Good food good, bad food bad. Tanks are the strongest weapons of Earth. If one shows up, nail it first. Good advice. Green orbs give you full health and pink orbs give you full power. I haven't seen an orb yet. Let's see if it has a better explanation for the... Oh, hang on. Yeah, there's a damaged friend, so there must be multiplayer. Yeah. Through link cable. Yeah, tell me about the special moves. Select for special attack. I did it once. I definitely did it once. Yeah, look at these images. I believe these are taken from the console version, because they look way different in this game. Much lower res. And there's different things that aren't listed here, but that could just be, you know, they don't list everything. Okay. I'm trying everything I can with the select button. Maybe I need to... Oh, tank, if you see one. Oh god. If you see one, don't get stun locked by it. Oh, it's gone. They can just go, I guess. What's this? It's bad. I couldn't tell you what that was. That's definitely food. A cucumber, maybe? It looks like, you know, a Game Boy. I guess you're not supposed to eat Game Boys, but I'm a monster. Monsters eat all sorts of things. Well, I guess I'm still a human underneath it all. A funny part of the... you know, most of the games is that when you die, you would shrink down back to your human form and, like, you'd be nude, which is a little bit of comedy. and you'd slink away in shame. That does not seem to be a feature of this particular game, but it was in World Quest. What's it called? World Tour, the first Game Boy Color game, because there was supposedly a way to unlock a new monster if you inputted a special combination during the death animation of Ralph. And I tried it and it didn't seem to work, so I guess that was made up. Or I just wasn't doing it right. But yeah, they've cut that like iconic feature of the series from this version, unfortunately. But you know, if it helps you get back in the action quicker, I guess it's not too bad. That animation usually took a long time, so I guess I don't mind losing it too much. Okay, surely we've done a lot of the US now. There's not much left. I guess we haven't hit up New York yet. That's gotta be maybe the climax. Just keen to see some other locations in the universe, you know? That's what was promised. Okay, smash. Yeah, cool. There's always more helicopters though, apparently. Nah. Can we not throw bombs? Come on, I'm just an innocent monster, just doing my thing. Actually, when you think about it, like, it's pretty wild how much carnage you're inflicting. What are these games rated? I guess they get away with it because they're so cartoony, right? Like in some kaiju games, you're fighting another kaiju, and then any destruction is sort of collateral damage. But in here, the whole purpose is to kill and destroy. But you know, it's cheesy, it's a cartoon. I guess that's how they get away with it. Gibbon saying, you'll get there. Yeah, I just kind of thought it would be faster, because I'm worried about like how long the stream is going to take. Don't think I'll be able to finish the game at this rate, unfortunately. But I at least want to see some new cool places. Okay, Boston. We're in Boston. Nom nom nom. So when you hang on a building, you can attack to your side. That might help with some vehicles, some helicopters. Oh god, the tanks! Special move, go! It's not working. Okay. Oh, no. The health. More tanks. Who knew Boston had so many tanks? Don't eat the toilet. See, some of them are obvious. Come on. Oh, it flew under me. How rude. The hail of projectiles. It's overwhelming. Love that little digitized screen though, as you devour a human whole. Nice little use of the sampling on the Game Boy. Ooh, diner, that's new. And this kind of townhouse thing on its own, but yeah. Oh. I can't tell what the slippy material is that you land on. It's just sort of an indistinct kind of blob of stuff. Oh, Washington. Is Washington this far east? Okay. It kind of looked like it would be New York, based on the location. But what do I know? Oh, when I was trying the special move before, I think I didn't have full power. That's unfortunate. Oh god. Okay, cool. That's another life gone. I'm down to 1, so I will have to take note of the next password I get. Not sure how many you get when restoring from a continue, but it should be at least 3. Yeah, I just didn't think DC was there on the map, but I guess it is. This must be a 100% accurate atlas of the US as far as I know. Washington DC totally destroyed. Oh, it's another flying minigame. These are cool. I could probably turn on turbo for this. Ugh! Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that feels good. Wait, I don't understand the bonus awards. Washington State is far west. Washington DC is practically on the east coast. Okay, what do you know? And here we are, as I predicted, in New York. Nueva York. Strength up. I don't know what that does. Maybe I can destroy more building easy. Oh, well, it's gone. My little S disappeared. I just thought DC was like in the middle of the country or something. It's not coastal, is it? The map kind of looked coastal. Ah, yeah. Tank. Yeah. You can stun lock a tank if you time your kicks right. Not your kicks, but your stomps. Yum. I think that was the sushi. I think I originally put this game on my list a long time on my to play spreadsheet. DC is practically coastal. Okay. Yeah, back when Gibbon, do you remember at some point, you're probably always thinking about this, but you were talking about games where you play as cephalopods or crustaceans, and I was researching what games existed that had that criterion, and this came up in my search because of Ruby. This is a special, unique building, I feel like. How do I blow it up? There we go. I think it was stronger than your average building. George has been freed! Okay. We now can pick George, I suppose. New cutscene. In a startling new development, the Scum Lab monsters destroyed New York. George has now joined them in their single-minded mission to destroy Earth. Why were they holding George in New York? I guess they'd seen King Kong. Where are we going? I don't know, but we're rescuing Ralph. Madrid. Oh, we're in Europe. Lovely, lovely stuff. So, yeah, a lot of this apparently is going to take place on Earth, but we will get to the universe later, presumably. You know what? Madrid looks pretty similar to other places I've seen, but I think that background's new, which is nice. Captain saying, technically Delaware is between DC and the ocean, but who even remembers Delaware exists? I believe Wayne's World made a joke about that. We're in Delaware. Okay. Ooh, crab bonk fits, yes. Well, it's a transformation, but I suppose it fits. Yeah, crustacean games. We're getting a few of them soon. Another Crab's Treasure is an upcoming one that comes to mind. Looks really good. Captain assumes that George was captured while climbing the Empire State Building. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, Barcelona. Getting excited about the rescues, saying, I'm almost done with Earth. Okay, that's interesting. What I'm wondering is the Europe portion as long in number of stages as the US portion was? Because yeah, that would be long. That would mean I'm halfway done, presumably. Oh, come on. Although, yeah, I don't know. Would Lizzie be on another planet? Who knows? We'll find out. Maybe. Captain says he played the demo of Another Crab's Treasure. Super fun. Yeah, I've only seen footage, but yeah, it looks really good. Yeah, crustaceans. See, I don't remember other ones I would have found doing that research. Like this one went on the list, but I don't think much else came of that in terms of games that I was planning to play for stream. Oh, sorry. France, huh? Maybe Nice? Monte Carlo, okay, yeah, good. Smash that place up. Who needs it? Yeah, strength up, whatever that does. Maybe it takes fewer hits to destroy a tank. It doesn't help you with number of kicks needed to destroy a building, I think. And there's no time limit, so I don't know what the clock does. So much is mysterious. Much of mystery you will find in Rampage 2 Universal Tour. To quote a certain owl. Oh, I thought I'd done with that one. When it starts smashing on its own, that's when it's doomed. Yeah. I think maybe there's more cephalopod games than there are crustacean games. Especially if you include Splatoon. I never did try Ace of Seafood, but I think that might have both. It looked pretty silly and cheesy. You play as different fish and sea creatures who can shoot laser beams. Yeah, that looked pretty interesting. Geneva. We're gonna blow up the UN. Oh, the mountains. I love that. I've been to Switzerland. It's nice. It's very picturesque. Hang on, wasn't this building in DC? Ah. Wait, what? Oh. I miscalculated that one. Nice. The monster designs are so grotesque and ugly, you know, intentionally. It's fun. Brussels, Belgium. Interesting. Oh, nice. Very pastoral back there. The S, whatever that does. Stomp, 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 stomp. I feel like the smash move is faster than the stomp. I feel like I found the most efficient way to play this game in the first few minutes. There's a lot of other moves you can do, but are they always the best option? Maybe. See, what is that? A pill? Maybe it's a pill. Don't take unprescribed medication, is the message there. Okay, bonus round. Okay, let's just do this as fast as we can by doing this. See, maybe the cross is good. It means you're like ticking the box of having got that award. Did it refill my health? I think it did. Okay, maybe that is how it works. Oh no, I already had full health, maybe. Forget it. I know nothing about this game. Much of mystery. Oh, not that I need it, but we can't let valuable life-saving medicine go to waste. I need it for my monster. I think there was an octopus monster in Total Destruction. I was interested in because I was looking through the list of monsters that are in Total Destruction. There's a lot of them. Oh, the barbell icon is different from the S icon. What can it mean? Yeah, so I was looking through the list, and they're all, you know, transformed humans. So for everyone it lists what gender the human is, and because there's sort of this token woman thing going on where the original trio has the one Lizzie. Ooh, Luxembourg. Nice. Let's blow it up. And this new trio has also the one Ruby. I was sort of comparing the ratios of all the many monsters in Total Destruction, and yeah, there's a lot fewer women than there are men. But there's some cool ones like Sally the giant spider. No, Sarah the spider, rather. Well, let me tell you who is in the base game. Venus, who's a giant plant, like a carnivorous plant. Kind of unique among the monsters in not being based on a kind of animal. Shelby the tortoise, Amanda the armadillo, Natalie the nautilus, there's another cephalopod, and Jill the jellyfish. Okay, we're in Amsterdam now. Another unique background, perhaps? Always good to see. Although I don't think the Netherlands is quite as hilly or mountainous as that. Or are those clouds? No, it's hills. Very flat country, anyway. But yeah, like I said, there's 10 monsters added in the Wii version, and that includes Plucky the chicken, Fifi the poodle, and Sarah the spider. So yeah, there's like quite good variety of types of animals that get turned into monsters, I think. Which is fun. Even though in 2 games here we've had 2 rodents. Wait, is Ralph a rat? Actually, he might be like a wolf or something. Because like Curtis in this game is a mouse. Yeah, Ralph might actually be a wolf. I'm not sure. Because the monster version is also like a bit skew off what an actual animal looks like, you know. But yeah, I love expanding the roster out to ridiculous degrees with that last installment. Because just having the same 3 over and over again is not that cool to me. Even this, adding a new main trio, is a fun idea. Because you can get creative with the monsters. Like Rhino's a pretty good idea, and then he's got that charge attack. Ruby uses her claws in the spinning move. She looks pretty weird for a lobster, honestly. Wait. Where are we? I did not actually note the city that we're in. Oh well. It's just kind of like rinse and repeat at this point with the gameplay, but that's okay. I don't mind too much. Maybe I should experiment more. What's this? No idea, but I ate it. What's this? Like a burrito? Maybe. Delicious. They should have characteristic cuisine. And this was Hamburg. Okay, good to know. And not a hamburger in sight. So where are we now? Frankfurt. Oh wow. This is a new kind of building and a new background. Very good. Love seeing that. Also, I haven't really thought to take note of it, but have we noticed if people in Europe have fewer guns than Americans? They're throwing dynamite at me. That's something. Dynamite was invented by a European. Although he doesn't want to admit it. Have I done Asia yet? No, I've not. We've done US and then Europe. It's possible that they cut some stuff out of the console version when converting it to GBC. So we might skip Asia in this version for all I know. Kevin says, okay, never mind. You are not almost done with the game. Okay, we're in Munich. Or done with Earth, rather. Yep, okay, fair enough. I just feel like calling a game Universal Tour, you should spend the majority of your time on other planets. Not as like the final world or whatever it is going to be. Well, say what you want about this game. It would keep a kid busy for a while if they don't mind the repetition of it. There's plenty to do. Different levels to destroy. I gotta wonder about the console version and how this compares, but I don't have a frame of reference for that, so I'm just gonna play this version, that's all I'm doing. Given says you spend like a fifth of the game on other planets. Interesting. Zurich, cool. Spending a long time in Germany, yeah. Oh, I love that castle back there. There's some nice art in this game. From what I saw, from the brief time I saw of the first game, it feels like it's a bit of a step up in that department. But yeah, I also wonder what the proportions are of World Tour and the different places you go. And from this I can only assume that the PlayStation game Rampage Through Time, you spend 90% of it in the present, and then at the very end you go to the past. Actually in that game I think you even go to the future at some point, which is fun. From what I read. But I'm just being silly. Okay, Italy. Florence. I was going to say Florence, but I didn't want to seem stupid because I don't know the specifics of the geography. Like, what's in the north of Italy? Italy is not a country I've been to. Basically, a lot of these places I visited on like one big Europe trip when I was a kid with my parents, so yeah. We stayed in a mountain town for a little while called Grindelwald, which was very lovely. That was in either Switzerland or Germany, I'm not sure. I just remember the lovely wildflower meadows in the mountains and the cows grazing. Roma. Lovely. It looks like Amsterdam. Oh, I wonder if we go to Australia. Are we included in Asia? You can do Australasia. You can do like Oceania. Please? I don't expect us to go to Australia. Oh, you do? Oh my gosh. Okay, we got to get there at least. Might take a while, but I'll try. Also, I was thinking about trying some of the other characters, but I don't know how to do that. Presumably, if you get a game over, you can then pick a different character when you enter a password to continue, right? But the other one I'm most interested in would be Lizzie, and I don't have her unlocked yet. Oh, okay, so section 4 is an alien invasion of Earth, and you hit up Australia during that section, not as part of Asia. Okay, interesting. That sounds almost doable. Depends how we're progressing. Okay, Athens. Oh, look at that background. That's lovely. We're in Greece, the new style of building there. And some familiar styles too. Yeah, I feel like there's more variety in Europe than all those US towns that we went through, which often looked similar. Cool. And levels go very quickly, so it's all good. Okay, let's just do kicks this time. Stomping wasn't so good. Although you can cover some ground while doing a jump stomp. Whereas kicking keeps you in place for a little bit. But it's harder to be accurate with the stomp jump. Okay, given is saying that Asia and Europe, or America is the largest section of the game. Compared to that, Asia and Europe and Invasion are each about 70 to 80% of the size. And then the outer space stuff is about the same size as those sections as well. Okay, that's good to know. Although again, I don't know if you're talking about the console version, how much that holds true for this port. Not port, whatever I was calling it. Conversion? Yeah. But I'll trust you. I'm willing to take that at face value. She says, yeah, I have no idea about this version. Fair enough. How does it compare with the visuals and the gameplay? You don't have to answer. I'm just curious. Because I am the way I am, I preferred to show off this version. Partially because there's less footage of it online, like no speedruns or anything. She says, note, I own this version, I just haven't played it in a long time. On the console, the gameplay and visuals are slicker. It's all pre-rendered. Oh, that's sick. You gotta love pre-rendered visuals. I miss them. Yeah, but these sprites have the sort of converted from pre-rendered look to them. Ooh, Prague. The same way that Donkey Kong Country on Game Boy Color does. It looks very similar to this kind of thing. Like you get a lot of weird artifacts in the spriting because you've got so much fewer colors to work with and that sort of thing. But it's always interesting. Like it's a very unique look. Doing pre-rendered on a console that really has no business doing that. But yeah, I'm sure it looked really good on 64. And that's a difference between the original game and this sort of reboot trilogy. Because the first arcade game is, of course, sprited out. And then they did the pre-rented look for, I believe, World Tour, Universal Tour, and Rampage Through Time. Because, yeah, I think of them as all being of a piece. I forgot to know where we are, but we'll find out when we beat this level. Can I get through without taking that last tick of health? Ooh, I doubt it. Can try and eat a banana. Eat a banana. Yeah, look, none of these people are shooting at me. I think there's some social commentary in this game. We're not in a gun-crazy country anymore. And the difficulty has lowered as a result, which makes it strange to have them in that order, but yeah. Okay. And I didn't die. Kind of zigzagging around here. Berlin, back in Germany. Oh, I didn't note where we... Hang on, I can rewind, because I'm curious. Oh, Warsaw, oh no. So that's Poland. Okay. Oh, what's this? Cheese, maybe? Bread? Always fun to try and interpret these sprites. Given saying she kind of wants to pick up the Wii version of Total Destruction now. Yeah. Like I said, the huge roster of monsters is an appeal to me. I think it would be pretty cool. Okay, with the normal punch, when you've got the barbell power-up, you can blow through a whole story of a building and reduce it to the framework. 40 monsters. Is that how many there are? Yeah, I guess so. 30 in the original and 10 extra for a total of 40, including all the ones from the previous games. And that includes, you know, the extra one that's in this game, Mucus. They're like an alien monster, and they're in Total Destruction as well. But there were like extra palette swap versions of that could be unlocked. They're not always counted as separate monsters, but they have separate names like Pucus and something else. So here we are in Copenhagen. Nubis, that's another one. So Nubis, Given says, is the other alien from this, but is not in Total Destruction. Okay, interesting. Also, apparently Danish people have guns in Copenhagen. Cool. Ooh, Captain used to have the Wii version, but lost most of his library when he moved to Australia. Ah, that's too bad. Did you play it much? The Wii one? Yeah, it's always sad when you have to give up your beloved collection of discs and plastic. Yeah. I get it. So this is a strength upgrade. What's an S? Maybe you can only activate your special move if you're in S mode. Nope, I guess not. I don't know what S mode is. And I still haven't figured out how to activate my special move. Wait. Oh, I thought I was done. Why did I miss this one? Okay. Okay. Special move. Yeah, it's not working. Whatever. I'm deliberately not using the tactic this time. Okay, I got the awards. Or not, I don't know. Whatever. Stockholm. So... yes, we're now in Scandinavia. Stockholm is in Sweden, of course. Sweden. Winners of the Eurovision Song Contest. I don't think that song deserved to win. Finland was way more fun. But I don't want to think about that. It makes me sad. Lately I've been getting back into scanlation of comics a little bit. Which I've been... oh, is S Speed? I think it might be Speed. Yeah, I haven't been doing it for a while. But like, while I'm doing image editing work, I have music on in the background. And I've been listening to the Eurovision, all of it, starting from the 50s and going chronologically. And there's a lot of boring songs in the 60s, I'll tell you what. But yeah, it feels good to get back into Eurovision in the off season and get back into comic editing after a break of a long time. Anyway, this is Edinburgh. Looks a lot like... what was that town with the farms in the background? I don't remember. Captain says he played Total Destruction a bit, but doesn't think he beat it. Given saying she also needs to get off her rear and get back into the swing of scanlating. Oh, Dublin. Now Ireland, they've won Eurovision a lot. Especially in the 90s. Not so much recently. Yeah, you gotta do stuff at your own pace, Gibbon, but if you feel like you want to get back into it, go for it. I look forward to reading your translations every time. Everybody check out Nariyuki Dungeon on Manga Dex. Bye. I shouldn't even start that sentence because I don't remember the mangaka's name. Captain planning a trip to Japan wants to spend some time learning katakana and hiragana. Do you have a language learning app, Gibbon? My spouse uses Duolingo to brush up on Japanese. Manchester. That's where the Eurovision was hosted last year. Ukraine won, but they obviously couldn't host because of war issues. So they were the winners, but they weren't the hosts of the next year. Instead, Britain took on the responsibility for them. Manchester. Kevin says she has been doing daily Duolingo to brush up and keep from forgetting everything. She has a 1,332 day streak. Good gravy, that owl must be very pleased with you. That's quite a streak, well done. Yes, flying. Kind of tempted to set up a turbo. Where's turbo? Rapid fire. So I gotta set up a clear... maybe there's a keyboard shortcut already. There isn't? Alright, let's do it on J and K. Alright, so set up auto fire. Go. It didn't work. Never mind. London. Good old London down. Londinium. Where the skies are always green. And apparently a lot of people have guns. And bombs. And the people have tanks and bombs and guns. As related to us by Irish band The Zombies. No, The Cranberries. The song was Zombie, my mistake. Oh, it's one of these tough buildings. Smash, smash, smash. Does it just have a lot of health? Or do I need to hit it in a particular way? Oh, that's clever. Gibbon says, I want to say London is the final Europe location because, you know, werewolf in London. So Ralph is a wolf. Ah, I thought he was a rat. Oh, this is the cage. That makes sense. And you destroy it after blowing up all the other buildings. Yeah, that was hinted at some point. And yeah, that would be a good punny reason to put Ralph here. The rat is Curtis. Yeah, I didn't know if Curtis was a rat or a mouse, but Ralph starts with RA and looks kind of, you know, rodent-ish. I just always thought he was a giant rat. I don't know. What are they? What is he in the movie? I feel like there's a mutated rat in the movie, maybe. But I'm not sure. Yeah, Gibbon says there is a rat, but it's not Ralph. Okay. Does this work? Yes, you just keep hitting it. It's cool. Gibbon has not seen the movie. Oh well. Ralph has been freed. Look, you can see how I could think that could be a rat, right? Anyway. Ralph the Mutant was released today when the Scumlab mutants destroyed London. Ralph has joined the mutants in wreaking further destruction on Earth. Okay, Lizzie. Let me guess. Lizzie's going to be in Japan because she's Godzilla. Starting in Beijing. Oh, very different architecture in background. Cool stuff. Gibbon says Ralph looks like a wolf to me, but then I know what Ralph is, so yeah. If you already know, then like preconceived notions and stuff. She says it's more clear in the console games what the monsters are and arcade versions. Yeah, that's fair. This sprite style is not always the most clear. Oh, tanks. Look at that smile on that magenta background. Oh, I love these maps. Okay, we're going to Korea, Pyongyang. Interesting. I lost my special meter, I think, because I died. Nope. I thought I could drop down onto the next building, but there's a sort of teetering animation when you're at the edge. You can jump off. Oh, you can grab another building in midair. I never pulled that off before. Cool. Pyongyang? Pretty small, apparently. Let me guess. Seoul? Yep. Okay. Oh, wow. I found the speedrun strat. Oh, I messed it up. Oh, yes, that's another speedrun strat. You know how many bounces you need. And then you bounce off the last one into the building. That was a pretty good run on that level. I think that was a gold split on this the first time I've played the game ever. Okay, Shanghai time. Boom, 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 boom. Oops. I was trying to jump off before I blew up. Didn't quite make it. I am displeased by how short the power-up time is. Come on. No. This is the bloody tanks. Okay, come on. It's done. Our long national nightmare is over. Climb, please. Climb, please. It's a little bit finicky about where you're standing sometimes. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think I'm done with monster games after this. I want to play a Godzilla game next week. I was thinking of trying Godzilla Generations on the Dreamcast, if I can get it running. The only reason, because TriStar-Zilla is playable in it. TriStar Godzilla, I should say. Zilla is a different character with a similar design. Yeah, bang. So we were talking last week about the Game Boy Color games based on the animated series, based on the 98 film. But there are a scant few times where that version of Godzilla was part of a larger, like, Godzilla crossover game. So anyway, that's the plan. If not, I might try those Game Boy Color games. Who knows? Game Boy Color sure is easy to run. I have played Dreamcast games before, though. I think it's doable. The only thing I gotta remember is to turn off my online backups. I should probably set up a schedule or something. I wonder if it lets me do that. We can only hope that I remember to do it. Whew. I'm a bit stressed today. Okay, that was Hong Kong. Now we're in Taipei. Interesting. Which is in Taiwan, I believe. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to see a medical specialist in a totally different city because the ones in my city are fully booked up and not taking new patients. So I have to travel 4 hours by bus and train and then 4 hours back. It's ridiculous. Kaohsiung. I'm not familiar with this place. Interesting. Yeah. The hard part is going to be wearing like a good N95 mask for 4 hours straight. So I don't get sick from people on public transport. Because the last thing you want to do when you're suffering chronic, potentially autoimmune diseases is get COVID. Whoa, what was that jump? I did a super jump. Okay. I know you can jump higher by holding up. Yeah, okay. I guess it looks more impressive when you do it from the top of a building. And then you're gonna get more air to make it to the next building. That's definitely the speedrun strat. Oh, but there's like momentum. If you jump straight up, you then can't move horizontally in the air. Can't drive. I could drive, I suppose, but driving through Sydney from the south to get to North Sydney. Ooh, Guangzhou. I've been there. Cool. Nice. Guangzhou. Very nice. Yeah, Sydney is a bloody nightmare at the best of times, especially when you're driving. And like I said, my health is not good. I don't really want to test myself to drive for 3 hours straight. Twice in one day. And if you catch the bus, you get to play games and watch movies instead of having to focus on the road the whole time, which is nice. Of course, the mask thing is the downside. You gotta weigh up these factors, I suppose. So it's 3 hours on the bus from Canberra to Sydney Central, and then another hour on the train from Central to North Sydney. Oh, Hanoi. And then the appointment in the middle of the day, and then it's again, yes, another 4 hours to get back home. So I'll be leaving, the bus leaves at 8, which I have to leave home a little bit before that, 8 a.m. And then I get back to the bus depot at 8:30 p.m. And in more than a full 12-hour day to have one specialist appointment. Okay, where are we now? Rangoon, okay. I've kind of given up on smashing windows to grab items at this point. It's faster to just climb and smash from the top and then move on. Yeah, it sucks, but that's what you gotta do, I guess. Apparently I can't see an immunologist until I've first seen a dermatologist. And ironically, I stopped taking antihistamines daily, as I've been doing for like 18 months. And for the first time ever, my symptoms didn't come back, so I literally have nothing to show to a dermatologist. Like 2 months ago, I stopped taking antihistamines as a trial. Came out in a huge rash, as I had always been doing. But now it's stopped, so I guess that's good, but I still had the appointment. and then hopefully the appointment leads to other appointments to figure out other things. I have a lot of symptoms. The rash is probably the least worrying of them. But that's part of the process, I guess. It's like when you have an IT problem and then you get someone who's good at IT or an IT professional to come and look at it, and then it doesn't do that thing anymore when the person is looking at it, and you're like, I swear I was having problems, but it's fine now. Oh, nice background. It's like that, but with your body. The flapping mechanic is so strange, like it doesn't really make sense, but it's fun. Ah, Phnom Penh. Nope, not quite. Oh yeah, the speedrun strats are really working for me. Oh, Kuala Lumpur. Lovely. That's in Malaysia. I lived there for 3 months. My dad had a midlife crisis and left the country. We all went with him, of course, to Malaysia. The plan was to live there for a year. It didn't really work out. So we came back to Australia. At least I assumed that it was a midlife crisis. That's what I've always thought. I was 8 years old. Why am I causing so much property damage? Because property crime is the most justifiable form of violence. I didn't think that one through. It's because I'm a monster, and that's what monsters do. You know, I really don't know. Okay, Singapore, very cool. I gotta say, Kuala Lumpur did not bring back memories of living there. It's almost like the cities are modelled quite vaguely a lot of the time. Like we didn't even go to the Petronas Towers. I wonder if the console game had more explicit, like, landmarks based on real things. But yeah, like, why are we destroying all this stuff? Is it because it's our instinct as a monster after mutation? Or is it some kind of revenge thing, or what? Revenge against the world that wronged us. Because all the characters are mutated by scientific experiments into monsters. So given saying, if I recall correctly, it did have the unique landmarks and stuff, which is nice. That would be really cool. Yeah, a little unfortunate that they couldn't fit that into the Game Boy Color version, but that would certainly add to the globe-trotting feel to have recreations of existing famous buildings and to blow them up. That would be pretty cool stuff. But yeah, as for why we're doing this, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll make up some reason. Oop. Oh yes, I'm doing it for the points, for the bonus points. Destruction, gamification. Hold on. I just glanced over to the cover art, which you can see on the side of the frames of the layout. And that's Ralph on the right there, because there's also George and Lizzie on the cover, even though we're playing as the new monsters in this game to start with. Tell me that's not a rat. Unless they put George, Lizzie, and Curtis on the cover for some reason. It is Curtis. Okay, I think that's why I was confused. Maybe part of the reason. Okay, we're in Brunei. Why just Curtis? Well, I guess George and Lizzie are more iconic because they're like rip-offs of King Kong and Godzilla, right? Even though the developers deny that usually. But then Curtis, as a representative of the new monsters, is odd. I feel like both Ruby and whatever the Rhino guy's name was are more like interesting as new additions to the cast because they're more unique kind of animals. Yeah, Boris, that's it. Gibbon says she would have used Boris. I agree with that. Lizzie's good too. Where is this? The Philippines? Yeah, Manila. Okay, cool. Wow. The Taj Mahal is in Manila. Did you know that? We haven't been to India yet. Oh, is Rangoon in India? I'm not sure, actually. The Taj Mahal. That's literally the Taj Mahal. Funny. Yeah, and like apart from Curtis being maybe the least unique kind of animal, he's too similar to Ralph. Leads to confusion in ignorant folks like me. Not to say anything against rats and mice. They're very lovely little creatures, of course. But you know, there's never a cat monster. I'm a cat person myself. And out of all the monsters in the games, there is no cat, I believe. There might be like a lion or something. I don't know. There were 40 bloody creatures at Total Destruction. I didn't memorize them all, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Alright, we're in Fukuoka. Gonna move north through Japan until we presumably get to Tokyo, and that's where Lizzie is gonna be. I predict. So is Fukuoka a city or is it a province? Not sure. Oh, you don't often see that kind of building outside of the bonus round. Yeah, boom. And the tank didn't even cause me too much trouble. Wait, did we just go further south? No, we didn't. We went to Osaka. Good stuff. I like Osaka. My sister-in-law hates it. She says the people there are very rude and there's nothing good to do there. But hey, we went to Universal Studios. We went to the aquarium. There's some cool stuff there. And it has some of the best retro game shops in the country, I believe. From my limited experience. Alright, can I tell you a story that is very embarrassing for me personally? I was at one of the branches of Super Potato in Osaka. And it was almost closing time, although I didn't know that. Because I was too focused on finding cool games there. And magazines. Where was that? That was Osaka. Now we're in Yokohama, getting very close to Tokyo. And there's a sort of custom or tradition in Japan that at closing time in a shop, they play the song Auld Lang Syne over the PA system, over the intercom or whatever. But I'm a stupid foreigner, I didn't know that. And I'm like hyper focused on looking at all the shelves in the shop, and Auld Lang Syne's playing on the radio, and they play it like all the way through, like a couple of times, and I'm still there, and they're not the shopkeepers, you know, the young people running the shop. They're too polite to come and tell me to leave. And I pick out a few things and I go up and pay for them, and then I leave, and like immediately they shut the door and put the signs away. And that's when I twigged. Hang on, they did that very quickly. Wait a minute. Oh man, I felt so stupid and so cruel. So ignorant. Ah, Kobe. But now I know, if the shop starts playing Auld Lang Syne, you leave. I know that now. If it ever comes up again, it will. Someday. But it's a very specific cultural thing that if you don't know about it, you can embarrass yourself badly. Oh yeah, well that's good information for you, Captain. Now Captain won't make that mistake. So just brush up on the tune of Auld Lang Syne. Make sure you know how it goes. And look at the opening hours when you go in the shop. Nagano. Isn't that further north? They held the Winter Olympics there one year. I thought it was in Hokkaido. But I could be wrong. Yeah. The thing about opening hours in Japan, they can be very strange for someone from another country. So like there's a lot of businesses that open at like 10 or 11, whereas I would expect them to open at 8 or 9 here. And then they're open later than usual compared to what I'm used to. So then I'm not always sure when something is going to open or close. Instinctively. Okay, now we're going to Hokkaido. Sapporo? Yep. We're hitting up a lot of places in Japan. I went from Osaka to Yokohama to Kobe. That makes no sense, apparently. Yeah. Is this a rubber ducky? Did that even do anything to my health? I don't know, because I was getting shot at the same time. By all the gun-toting Japanese people outside of the Taj Mahal in Sapporo. You know how it is. Now that's got to be Tokyo. Sendai. Oh, I've been there. It's a lovely place. There's a Pokemon Center there. Should have stopped at Aomori. That's a very nice place to visit. Aomori is at the very north end of Honshu. Some good archaeology there. Archaeological sites you can visit. Oh, come on. Actually, that's something I'll recommend to you, Captain. If you can find an outdoor architecture museum to visit, go there. They're always really cool to check out buildings that have been preserved. Gibbon says, if I recall correctly, these aren't in a specific order, except for the final level in each section, or maybe in a rough order. Whereas on console, it's semi-randomized. Huh, that's interesting. And here we are in Tokyo. Okay, I guess we're near Tokyo Bay. A lot of open space here. Interesting. Maybe we're in Odaiba. Odaiba has some open space there. They also have a full-size Gundam robot there. Oh, Captain missed the last few minutes. I was recommending going to an outdoor architecture museum where they sort of move buildings there bit by bit to save them from destruction, either by earthquake or by development or whatever. So you can see buildings from all sorts of traditions and eras all in one place. And you learn about the history of architecture and stuff. It's very cool. And there's various of them in different places in Japan. Lizzie has been freed. Yeah, as Gibbon says, of course Tokyo is where you find Lizzie, because she's the Godzilla analog. So here we are. The Scumlab monsters have struck yet another blow to the world's defenses. Upon destroying Tokyo, they have rescued Lizzie. She has joined them now in leveling the rest of the world's cities. Hooray! There's been a terrible new development in our planet's predicament. An alien invasion has begun. They've taken over all the world's major cities and appear to be unstoppable. The Scumlab monsters appear to be the world's only hope. What a turn! What a surprising series of events. So Gibbon says, on console you can actually see the characters peeking out of the concrete box buildings, and they're actually present when you break the building. Yeah, unfortunately just another cut from the handheld version, I suppose. Too bad. She also says, they chose like the worst renders to convert for the classic characters. Yeah. Oh, look, little alien guys. So we're eating those now instead of people. Although we can still eat people. But yeah, we're the good guys now. This is like in the Godzilla movies where Godzilla's fighting an even worse monster. And inadvertently, or like, you know, like as a side consequence of that is helping out humans indirectly. But sometimes Godzilla is just a good guy. It depends on the movie. But yeah, it's an interesting plot kind of twist to go from an antagonist of humanity to a protagonist, sort of. So that was Delhi, and now we're heading down to Australia. We're going to be a lot more globetrotting in this chapter, it looks like. Perth, lovely. Never been there. It's very far away from the east coast where I live. Okay, I don't live on the coast, but still. This is 100% what Perth is like, I assume. And we're getting new alien vehicles to fight, which is fun. A nice little change to keep things fresh. Good to see that. And I feel like the pace has picked up. Like, Gibbon did say that the US portion of the game was bigger than the other portions. So at this rate, I'm definitely keen to play through to the end to see the alien worlds as well. Captain says, I want to go to WA just to go to Rottnest Island. I want to see wild quokkas. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that would be nice. Quokkas are beautiful little critters. Oh wait. Is it quokkas or quolls? Because they both start with Q-U-O and then have a double letter that are sort of orange with white spots. I don't remember which is which, but I'm sure they're both lovely little marsupials. Gibbon says, I feel like they've cut the number of levels because Asia went by in a flash. Or maybe I just perfected my speedrunning techniques. But yeah, you can see by the number of days, like I think the US took like 40 days or something, and now we're on 78. But yeah, Melbourne. Here we are. Oh, look at that. Nice background. I think that's new. I haven't seen that before that I recall. So yeah, we're going to be destroying a lot of cafes here, I think. That's the stereotype. Melbourneites love their cafes. What else is in Melbourne? I don't know. I have family that lives there, so I have a vested interest in not destroying everything, but I got to do it for the plot. In fact, my mum is visiting my grandparents there soon. Quokkas are the small, smiley marsupial. Cabinet says he loves Melbourne. Yeah, it's okay. I like that it's cooler weather. Like, Sydney, when I go there tomorrow, it's going to be top of 35 and humid as hell. Not looking forward to that, but anyway, here we are in Sydney. Let's get some catharsis and blow the bloody place up. I hate Sydney. It stinks. It's horrible. The traffic is bad. It's dirty. I don't like Sydney. The weather sucks. It's always humid. It's crowded and horrible. Destroy Sydney. Death to the Sydney. Well, I'm pleased I stuck it out to get to Australia. It's good to be here and home and blow it up. Wait a minute. If I'm fighting aliens, why am I destroying buildings? Again, it's that kind of incidental thing. I guess we blow up a few alien vehicles on the way. Captain saying the weather isn't great. Perhaps about Melbourne. But saying Sydney is fine. Although he did move away from it, so... The Opera House is beautiful. Okay, the Opera House is beautiful. Darling Harbour, nice to walk around there, yes. There's one part of Sydney that's nice, around the Botanic Gardens, yes. Yes, it's true. Well, Captain, we're going a little bit closer to home for you now. We're going to Honolulu. So you might remember this from your childhood. Although you didn't live in Honolulu, you lived in a more rural part of Hawaii, but... Yeah, tell me how accurate this is. We've got some different styles of buildings back there that I've already blown up. Wait, that's a human plane. So it's not all alien stuff. But the news broadcast was like, the monsters are our only hope. So the humans shouldn't be attacking me at all. I wonder if their shots can hurt the aliens or something. I don't think that's going to be programmed into the game probably, but that would add an interesting wrinkle to gameplay, having factions fighting between themselves as you destroy stuff. Interesting to think about. Captain says this is exactly how I remember it. I am sure I've been to that exact diner. Well, it's destroyed now, I'm sorry to say. I wish I knew how to do the special attack. I did it once and it was cool. And I've never pulled it off again. Well, that's all the Hawaii content. Wait, we're back in... Oh, this is Mexico. Yeah, Mexico City. Lovely. Whoa, what is this building? Is this an alien building? Or is this just what they look like in Mexico City? There's a human poking out of it. Okay. If it is a building, I am obligated to destroy it, so... Ugh. Yeah, speedrun. Oh. Yeah, I do genuinely think I'm picking up the pace of gameplay by employing these kinds of techniques. Oh, no, didn't make it off that one. Not all the planes are military, that's true, but I swear the blue ones had shot at me before. This has got to be an alien building, come on. Gibbon confirming, yes, you will start seeing alien buildings. So why are there humans in there? Because there are alien models, we've eaten them wandering around the streets. I don't know whether to chalk that up to, you know, Game Boy limitations. Havana, Cuba. Oi. Oh, these bullets have knockback, which is really annoying. The Spider-Mechs have a cool design though. Oops. I think you have to be climbing on a building to damage it. I don't think you can just like kick it from the side, but I'll try. Oh, hang on. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I don't think so. Just curious about that. Oh, come on. You know, I haven't been to Sydney in a while. I'm gonna have to get lunch and dinner while I'm there. You wouldn't happen to have any recommendations, Captain? I don't know how recently you've been there, but you're the only one who could possibly have any ideas for me. Okay, Panama City. Also, I'm not sure what kind of time pressure I'll be under because I don't know. You know, the doctor might be running late, there'll be waiting times and stuff. I might miss a connecting train, etc. The bus goes via the airport to Central. But, like, I have to stay on there. I may well be in the CBD for meals, yes. Oh, come on. No. One of my precious lives lost. But yeah, depending on time, it might have to be a fast meal. Okay, Caracas. We're gonna go through South America. Hopefully we get to Africa as well. Really cover a lot of the globe here, which is nice, in a game called Universal Tour. I also kind of want to try out a different monster. Maybe I'll make a save state just in case, and then I'll like enter a password to get back to this point and pick someone else. Probably Lizzie. But I think we've given Ruby, Ruby a nice good go here, which is nice. Add her to the list of crustaceans. No password. Okay, I guess you have to go... okay, here's a password. Alright, so save there. Screenshot. Lima, Peru. And then what do I do? Reset, I guess. Okay, so password. Hold on. Screenshot. Oh, I'm gonna go through all my screenshots. Okay. Oi. Got a lot of Radical Dreamers screenshots. Okay. DF. Presumably after this screen it will let me pick a monster, right? Okay, DFMK B2PNT B2, why is B the default? PNT. Okay. Wait. It didn't let me pick! Ridiculous. Just loading the state. Okay, I guess we're Ruby, that's fine. I don't mind that. But, yeah. It's odd that you would never be able to change what monster you're playing as when you unlock new monsters. I guess it's so repeated playthroughs have variety, but the game is so long. Oh well. It's not too difficult, which is nice. I'm not worried about game overing all the time. Wow, Lima was small. Alright, Captain's got some recommendations. He says, my go-to for lunch was a takeaway kebab from Jimmy's Falafel. That sounds pretty sick. Yeah, I'm into that. Especially if it is a falafel kebab. That's really nice stuff. He says, really great food, but the line can be long if you go at the right time. It's on George Street between Central and Town Hall. Not terribly far from the Apple Store. Yeah, I've been to that Apple Store. Before Canberra had an Apple Store, I went there once to repair my phone. Although maybe that was when I was actually living in Wollongong, so not as far. But I have definitely been to that Apple Store to get a phone repaired or whatever. Kevin says you have to unlock the new monsters in new playthroughs. Okay, fair enough. I just wanted to try out some of the other ones, have a bit of variety, but oh well, it's cool. So yeah, Jimmy's Falafel. That's a good recommendation, thank you. Rio de Janeiro. Wait, what? Did my controller just... oh no. Just balked a bit, that's fine. I've got a Brazilian friend, I think she lives in Sao Paulo. Yeah, too bad we didn't get Christ the Redeemer in the background here, or even the chance to destroy it. How sacrilegious. The only landmark, recognizable building landmark I think we've seen is the Taj Mahal, which appeared in a few Asian territories, but we didn't destroy it though. Ah, Johannesburg. We're in South Africa. No. Oh, this is the alien equivalent of the tank. That's why it's so annoying. Of course, of course. I love falafel so much. Yeah, now I'm hungry for falafel. I'm definitely going there. If I can. I'm not sure how quickly I'm going to have to get from my bus to my train. I might have to end up eating somewhere in North Sydney. Nairobi. Interesting. Oh. Hello, Bendo. Looks like my kitty woke up. How you doing, kitty? For the last few, I don't know, weeks, months, she's got her new favorite spot on a cushion by the front door, which gets a nice shaft of sun in the afternoon. You get to look out in the front area where there's birds and people walking past. Abu Dhabi. Okay, we did not spend long in Africa. I was gonna say, there aren't actually many video games set in Africa, because I was thinking of New Mombasa in Halo 2. And I think you end up there in Halo 3 as well, but I haven't played it. We definitely went there in Where in Time Is Come in San Diego, which was nice. The whole Mansa Musa pilgrimage level, which was a cool inclusion. But yeah, have a think about it. Games set in Africa. I think Moby Games has tags for regions where a game is set. So you could probably look that up. I remember looking at the one for these Rampage games, and it's just filled with all sorts of different tags because they go to so many different places, which is nice. even if it's a little bit shallow in this game, I hope there's more detail in the console versions. Good reason to play them over this, but that's not what I'm about. I would rather represent the underrepresented. Put some more footage of this version up online for anyone who's curious about it. Okay, Cairo. Oh, we're back in Africa. Good stuff. Good stuff. And they do vary the color palettes sometimes. That helps. I guess you would have a, like, of any place in Africa, Egypt is probably a good bet for video games. Was there must have been video games based on Brendan Fraser's The Mummy, right? And Apocalypse from X-Men is from Egypt. Maybe you go there in some X-Men games. I don't know. Moscow. They go there in the movie. I don't know how often they would set X-Men stuff there. Most X-Men games are based on the comics, I think. Oh, You know, it's probably a pretty even split at this point. But there's a lot of, like, 16-bit X-Men games. What was that PS2 generation, like, platformer where you play as, like, this pharaoh child? That was in the era of the edgy action platformer protagonist. Was it called Sphinx or something? Somebody must know what I'm talking about, even if I don't. Two X's in the title, maybe. Okay. Wait, we're back in Europe? Helsinki. Okay, sure. I guess we're going all over. They left Helsinki out. They left Finland out of the earlier Europe section, so we're back there now. But it's good to get a true globe-trotting thing post-alien invasion. That's a good feeling. Yeah, speedruns. Let's go. Yeah. Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy. Yes, that is what I was thinking of. You're correct. I think you were thinking of Vex with two X's. Very similar, like, vibes to those two things, but yeah. Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy, yeah, that's right. They re-released it in the modern times. I can't believe that it would hold up at all, but yeah, who knows. Yeah, Vex with two X's. It was like, yeah, we still want to make platformers, but we want to make them edgy and, like, violent and stuff or something. I don't know. Like, Vex definitely has those try-hard vibes. Sphinx has a similar art style, but I don't actually know much about its tone. How many games are set in Finland, though, really? Lisbon, okay. Whoa, getting a lot more alien stuff. Encroaching, I suppose. That's a cool progression. More and more alien-ish. So Lisbon's in Portugal. Oh, aliens popping out of the buildings. That's new, right? They're really displacing the humans. Good to see. Yeah, get rid of those guys. What have humans ever done for Earth? Surely our new alien overlords can only be an improvement. Yeah, there's no human buildings in this level. There are some cars, though. But maybe there's aliens driving those cars. Okay. Bonus round. Take that. Is roof stomping overpowered? They added it in this game compared to the previous Game Boy Color version. Does it overtake the gameplay, or am I just being lazy? Okay, Toronto, Canada, cruelly left out of the previous American portion, so good to go there now. Looks a lot like every other city, of course. So Gibbon's saying this is a phase of the game that is entirely alien buildings. Cool. Good to know. Yeah, true. It's a trade-off because I don't get any pickups out of windows by doing this method. But I feel like on this difficulty, it's less necessary to do so. Like, I've got enough lives. I'm not cheating or anything with emulator stuff. And I'm generally getting by pretty okay just by doing this and tanking the damage I can and just running past a lot of stuff otherwise. Tanks are still a problem, to be fair. But yeah, even getting things out of windows was troublesome because it was difficult to tell whether it was a good item or a bad item in these sprites, you know? So you could say by doing this method, I'm avoiding all the negative items in the buildings. There's probably more good ones than bad ones, honestly. I wonder if an alien is more nutritious than a human. Aliens have guns though. They're no better than us after all. Well, they did invade the planet, I guess. Yeah, it's definitely a speedrun strat. I'm sure what I'm doing. Although speedrunners probably know how to activate the special move. Oh, Anchorage. We're in Alaska. Didn't spend too long in Canada then. Oh well. Canada's nice. Although I say that speedrunners know how to activate the special move, but that's not true because nobody speedruns this game. It doesn't even have a page on speedrun.com. And okay, I didn't do an exhaustive search, but I did a quick search for speedruns of this version and nothing came up. So as far as I know, this could be the world record right now. Even though I think I broke the rules by like loading the save state, even though it didn't save me any progress or anything. Have I even fast forwarded through a cutscene? No, I don't think so. Because you can skip a lot of these screens pretty quickly anyway. Vancouver. Okay, we are back in Canada. Good stuff. Vancouver velocity. Oh. Yeah, if you jump straight up, then you can't move sideways, unfortunately. Ah! Okay, they're really pouring in the projectile spitting aliens now. Cool. Okay, I got my hammering finger ready. Never mind. Actually, you know what? I have used rewind a couple of times. Day 100, Area 51. This feels climactic. Oh, my internet's dropping out again. Yeah, the backup started again. I have a different backup, online backup thing than what I used to use. And you used to be able to, in my old one, no. Sorry, I was trying to be quiet, but it's black backblaze. It already showed up on screen. Just seeing if there's a settings. You know what? I'll do this later. But I noticed this time, so yeah, okay. I used to use Arc backup to an Amazon repository, but Backblaze is a little... well, it's cheaper. I think it's less intensive to the computer. I don't know. I like it. Haven't had to restore anything from it, so that remains to be seen. Ow. Stop shooting me. Yeah, I guess we're back dealing with human military because we're trying to get into Area 51. Oh, just go away from it first, let it shoot, then come back. There we go. So I guess we're going to free mucus now. What render have they used for that? None? Mucus has been freed. That's a weird thing for a newscaster to say. The Scum Lab monsters have saved Earth. They've rid the planet of the alien menace. Okay. It appears the monsters are now pursuing the aliens back to their homeworld. And here we finally get the... perhaps now the Earth can begin to rebuild again. Yeah, we finally get the payoff for the promise of the title. Moon. Oh, lovely. Yeah, this is just what I wanted. We're on the friggin' moon. So the aliens have already colonized the moon as well. Oh, were these different alien vehicles? Yeah. Look at that. Good stuff. Same aliens, peoples. Peoples. Okay, the tank left. I was worried. Are they doing more damage? Maybe I should start bashing some windows for victuals. Whoa, look at that. So we're staying in our solar system? Not much of a universal tour, but okay. Mercury. I guess the aliens have taken all the other planets already. That's fun. Some new alien building designs is good too. Oh, what's this? I'm not sure on this palette. That was maybe the thing that I thought was cheese or bread earlier. Non-specific foods. Yeah, might as well try some windows while I'm climbing. The eating animation is just kind of long though. Slows everything down. S. Will I get a chance to actually use it? Very briefly. I managed some horizontal movement before it wore off. Huzzah. See, I'm not entirely convinced that eating things can outpace health loss if a lot of people are shooting at you, but if only a few are, I think it's fine. Alright, what is this, Venus? Yeah. Looks a lot like the moon. And Mercury. But hey. Planets don't have much going on, I guess. Curious what the later ones will look like. Surely Mars is going to get a red palette. 4 buildings, jeez. You'd think Venus would be more hospitable than Mercury. Maybe they don't like the atmosphere. Speaking of atmosphere, Mars doesn't have much. My brother was telling me that his friend from school is working at the Jet Propulsion Lab on a helicopter that will work on Mars. Which sounds pretty incredible. Ah, Phobos, one of the moons of Mars. For more information, play Bungie's game Marathon. Or is that Deimos? Gibbon saying, okay, I wasn't imagining it, the levels are definitely getting shorter. Yeah, the last few have been very short. It varies. See, that one was 4 buildings, the last one was also 4 buildings. I don't want the most interesting part of the game to be the shortest part, because, again, it's a universal tour. We're not even in space in the bonus level. That's a little bit of a letdown. Also, I was expecting more alien planets than planets in our solar system, but again, it's fine. It's cool. I'll take what I can get. Saturn. This is Saturn? Are you serious? It looks the same as all the other ones. I was expecting a moon of Saturn. Saturn's a gas giant. Maybe we are on the moon and it just says Saturn as a shorthand. Yeah, let's go with that. We're on Titan. Sure, we're on Titan. Titan's a Saturn moon, right? I think so. There's so many of them, it's hard to remember the names. Moons, I mean. Whether they're a moon of Jupiter or Saturn, you know, they're close by. Very similar sort of moons and such. Gibbon says, they maybe should have called it Galactic Tour, but still. Yeah, that's... Or not even that. Like, we haven't left our solar system. The galaxy is huge. It has millions of solar systems, but anyway, it's fine. It's fine! It's fine! She also said, I hope the new marathon actually comes out. Didn't that trailer look really interesting? Yeah, I was so fascinated by that. I also hope it comes out. I think there's some rumblings about troubles, right? Am I misremembering? Anyway, we're on Io now, famous moon of Jupiter. And it's where Arnold Rimmer grew up in Red Dwarf, I think. Or at least it's where he went to, like, university. Or high school or something. They do sometimes change the backstory, so... Anyway. Nom 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 nom. Gibbon saying the marathon trailer looked so good. They put out a little dev diary thing as well and talked more about what the game will be and showed some more footage and I want to play it. Same. I tried playing the original marathon through Aleph 1, which is a nice, like, I don't know if it's open source. I think it is. But it's like a new modern implementation of the engine that can port all 3 of the marathon games to modern systems. Fan effort. But yeah, it was just the game design was a bit too primitive. Like, yeah, I grew up on GoldenEye and Halo, and if you go back to first-person shooters from the era before that, they feel too clunky to me. I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of fans of boomer shooters, but can't be me. Sorry. But yeah, looking forward to new stuff they could do. Yeah, so Gibbon is going into it here. Bungie ain't doing so hot. Marathon already got delayed a year, and other stuff's also been delayed and or halted. Yeah, wasn't there a... what was it? Something got cancelled. I don't remember. But she says, the OG Marathon games sure are an experience. Yeah, I've read plot summaries, so they definitely go places. It's pretty wild. But as Gibbon says, they're hard to get into. Yeah. Like, they're quite complex for the era. But I feel like the technology wasn't quite there. Neptune, which again looks like everything else. Neptune doesn't have as many moons, but it has some. But it's also a gas giant. Actually, let's justify this. Okay, so the aliens moved in. They live on solid ground like us. So what they did was they built these big platforms that float in the upper cloud layers of the gas giants. And that's where we are now. The mountains behind us, they're all artificial. They compacted the gases that make up the inner portions of the gas giant, and they turn them into picturesque hills that they could look out on as they sit in their prefab alien dwellings in these vast floating metropolises. Let's go with that. Yeah, literal terraforming. Well said. Okay, going back to Jupiter. What do you know? It looks just like all the other ones. Not even a palette shift for a bit of orange sky. It's unfortunate. With all the variety there was on Earth, like, relatively speaking, I'm disappointed that the planets all look the same. But, you know, it's fine. I keep saying that. But it's really just my expectations are too high for a little handheld accompaniment game. Not ever meant to be the main event or anything. Bonus round. Oh look, the aliens have done so well, they made an artificial city that looks just like Earth. How about that? Okay, where to next? Oh, we're actually skipping Uranus. Oh, well, we might come back to it. Halley's Comet, that's interesting. Fingers crossed. What does it look like? It looks like every other planet. Of course it does. How big is Halley's Comet anyway? That I do not know, actually. If you were on the surface of Halley's Comet, what would it be like? I've never thought about that. And I've seen the film Armageddon. Actually, that wasn't a comet, was it? That was like an asteroid? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. How big is Halley's Comet? What's it composed of? And a lot of comets are mostly ice, I want to say, but I'm not sure. Oh, imagine a video game set on Halley's Comet. Well, we're here. This is it. You don't have to imagine anymore. Okay. Oh, we are going to Uranus. Okay, good stuff. Everybody laugh. Thank you. Okay. Oh, okay. Another small one. Is this Pluto? Yay, Pluto, you'll always be a planet in my heart. Okay. We didn't go to Ceres, did we now? The asteroid belt would be a good stop-off point, actually. Oi! Bloody alien tanks with their knockback. Always be a planet in reality too. Fair enough. And like, I'm all for inducting other dwarf planets into planetdom. The more planets, the merrier, that's what I say. But Pluto got done dirty by the Astronomical Council or whoever. Oh, golly. What's this? New map. Orpheus. Is this an alien world? Yes, this is what I wanted. Alien landscapes, alien worlds. The palette is the same, but we get some cool formations in the background. Oh, this is the alien homeworld, says Gibbon. Good to know. Captain says, you hear about Pluto? That's messed up. Sure is, buddy. Orpheus totally destroyed. Okay, that was the name of a city on the homeworld, I guess. So now we're going to Skin Sonati. Wait a minute. That sounds a little like Cincinnati. So what was Orpheus a reference to? Everything's going to be a reference, I'm sure. Orpheus. No idea. Nom 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 nom. Is this the only game where the monsters become good guys? I'm thinking about that now, because... Wait, what? Oh, I guess I got hit by a bullet and died as I was climbing. I've actually only got 1 life left, so I should probably actually be careful. Like in every other game, right? The premise is you killing humans all the time. Wait. Oh, it's a bonus round. I'm so confused. This is a training area that the aliens built to simulate their invasion of Earth. These humans are all clones that they created to enhance the veracity of the simulation. That's how we explained the bonus round being on the alien world. Yeah. Okay. Les Vegas. Okay, they're definitely references. I'm not sure what the first one was though. Probably should have taken a screenshot there. I'll try and remember to do that next level in case I lose my last life. But we can try for some power-ups. Actually, we don't need them. I'm at full health. Okay. Screenshot ready. Moving on. Who stink? Like Houston? You stink. Oh, you stink. Aliens probably do think that we stink. The Vulcans in Star Trek think that humans stink. I think that was established in Enterprise. Enterprise is underrated, but also very flawed. I've been listening to the Star Trek podcast Greatest Generation and excited that they're nearly finished with Voyager and they're gonna have to do Enterprise next. Should be interesting. Shouldn't have been cancelled, says Gibbon. Agreed. There was some pretty cool stuff they had in the works for Series 5. The Kzinti, the Romulan War. Look it up. Oh, and the, I don't know, stuff. Anyway, Cornholians. It's a reference to Beavis and Butthead and New Orleans. Gibbon says she was excited for Series 5. Yeah, I only learnt about it in retrospect. But yeah, I can't imagine following the show and seeing that stuff in real time and then having it be cancelled. It would have been devastating. That's a good point. They haven't even adapted it into novels or anything. Yeah, that is weird, come to think of it. Maybe they just didn't make many Enterprise novels. There's a lot of Star Trek novels, but I don't know how many Enterprise novels there are. My game feed is flickering a lot. I'm looking at the output. That sucks. I'm going to blame the Mac port of OBS again, because it's not very good. Anyway, we're in Spamberg. A reference to Hamburg, which we already went to earlier in the game. Yeah, like those pitches and ideas for Enterprise Series 5 would have been perfect to make novels out of, at least. That's a great way to repurpose that kind of stuff. Like how they turn those Clone Wars like premises into comics and novels. Dark Disciple, etc. Nope. Gibbon says, they did a handful of Enterprise novels during the run of the show. They've done less than a dozen since the show ended. Dang. Really is the black sheep. Uranelphia. So it's like Uranus in Philadelphia, I guess. They briefly went into the Romulan War in the late 2000s for like 2 books. Oh, what? It's a disappointment. Still, something at least, right? Better than nothing? Oh, I somehow gained 2 extra lives in the last few levels. Yeah. The Romulan War is like such a big thing in lore. And they built it up in the show. There was the whole Riemann Andorian arc. That was really cool. I love the Andorian stuff in Enterprise. Helped in no small part due to Jeffrey Combs' fantastic performance as Shah, naturally. No, not Shah, Shran. Shah was the guy in the Deep Space Nine relaunch, which I just read through recently. Or I read through... so I read through the loose trilogy of Andorian-centric novels in the post-TNG era books. So there's a DS9 relaunch novel, there's an Enterprise, like, Picard novel, Nude Yoke. And then there's there's a new DS9 thing. There's like the old DS9 blew up and they built a new one, and so there's like a Julian Bashir novel, and it's like this connected plot over 3 sub-series of books. And it has its ups and downs. The first one was the best, that established a lot of Andorian lore and stuff. Garkenslaw. Garkenslaw. Arkansas, I guess? Okay. I don't know why they're all tortured puns, but sure. Better than just calling on all blop glop, I suppose. I wasn't expecting them to create an alien language for this game. Nope. Wazelskone. Okay, I'm stumped on this one. Wazelskone. No, never mind. Who cares? Oh, you know what? I just thought a place that they could have continued storylines from Enterprise is Star Trek Online. They did all sorts of wacky stuff with time travel and like revisiting stuff from every version of the show. Mining it all for content, but yeah, that was cool. I played Star Trek Online for like 2 days. It was cool. But yeah, I feel like they must have done some Enterprise stuff in that. Yokmiyama. Is that Yokohama? What a nerd. Yeah, I didn't really get into it. I got more into Lord of the Rings Online. Like last year, I played it for like a month to get through the initial story. Although I was thinking of revisiting it to get all the way to the Angmar climax. After that, it starts going to more locations from the books. But there's this, yeah, I feel like it's a little more unique in that early phase. Especially in the stuff that I haven't quite gotten to yet. We actually go to Angmar. Flatulus. Is that just a fart joke? I think I despawned the tank. That's just as good as killing it. Maybe that was when I started getting really into Andorians. I went to the character creator in Star Trek Online and scrolled through everybody. And I just settled on making an Andorian captain or, you know, character for myself. Of course, you end up getting promoted to captain. And they're so cool, and they don't really get used in the shows much because the makeup is really expensive, I guess. So I guess this is the last level of this phase, because this is an alien version of the cell building. Flatulus totally destroyed. Oh, Gibbon was just saying, oh, I think this is the final level. Our plans to conquer the universe have been stopped by the terrible Earth monsters. So this is the alien newscaster, I guess. Though our cities lie in ruins, this is only a temporary setback. Do these guys ever come back in a future game? I don't know what Total Destruction is about. But the alien playable character is in it, so... We will not be denied. We will... Oh, that's mucus. Burp. Okay, the end. So there's Mike Mika, we saw Catherine Mataga. A lot of artists involved, good stuff on their behalf. Yeah, cool. That's the end of Rampage 2 Universal Tour. Captain says, I always like when I can become Captain in a game. Yeah, rank and name. Oh, cool. That was it. I won. Hooray! So now that we have the new characters unlocked, let's just have a look at them. These are the defaults, of course. Boris with the red eyes, very ominous. Wait. Hang on a sec. Okay, and I do notice now that they have different stats. Ruby's the all-rounder. Good to know. I played the game. I unlocked... I beat all the things. What's going on? Why don't I have any other monsters unlocked? Do I have to enter a password? Given saying, I have no idea, it's the GBC version. Yep, that's fair. So there were codes that I found online, so I'm gonna look up the codes, but why would you need a code? What? This is so strange. It's like finding the monsters was just the plot in this version. Maybe they're not playable. But they were in the manual! They were definitely in the manual. Okay, cheats. Character passwords for Game Boy Color. Okay, I've got them. So we can enter them and check out the character at least. If this even works. Wait. Oh. It's a 1 instead of an I. And then a 4? A is still there. So this is for George. Simeon 1230. It did a little jingle. George. Okay. Hold on. I don't know how to exit that screen. Salt Lake City is where you start. Okay. Oh, I should have probably just tried him out a little bit. George! Huzzah! Kaboom! Oh, the animation's not bad on this guy. Yeah, good stuff. I don't have my special bar built up. Oh, that's a nice animation, actually. Yeah, I feel like Ruby might be the ugliest character in the game. Alright. Okay. Nope. Alright. Nope, don't press start, because that just starts. Press A. Okay, Lizzie's code is Saurus. With a 4. V. R. S. 4560. Lizzie. Oh, I think I can skip that whole thing by pressing start. Speedrun tech. Okay, here's Lizzie. Oh, that's a good spin too. Oh, you can do a higher bounce. I didn't actually do that at all. Whee! Smash, smash, smash. Yeah, she looks good. Yeah. Cool. For posterity, we should probably try the other 2 monsters that we start with as well. But first, Ralph. Using the code Lupus. It's never Lupus. Um, 7890. Ralph! He's a wolf, you know. Yeah. His head changes size when you start moving. Punch, punch, kick. Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog bounce. Very good. Eh. Fly. That looks odd. Also, part of his back disappears. Yeah, not bad. Maybe my touchpad is a little sticky. Maybe that's why the special moves weren't working. Like it's gotten a bit dodgy. I've had controllers get dodgy on me before. It's not a good feeling. Okay, so this one is not et. Not sure what this means exactly. And then 3210. So this will be the monster that we saw in the ending there, eating the alien newscaster. This guy is called Mucus. Oh, gnarly. Yeah, not bad. The dark green is kind of blending into the background a little bit. Doesn't look the best. But yeah, got all the same moves for the basic gameplay. Don't know what any of these people's specials will be because I won't be able to build up enough meter to use them. Yeah, so that's Mucus, the alien guy. He's in total destruction. And then there's variants of Mucus. Big Owl. Nope. Locking all these behind passwords is absurd. Big Owl 3210. So whether you count these as separate characters or not. Pucus, a new palette of Mucus that is bright pink or magenta and absolutely garish. Same animations. Oh, is he better at flying? Maybe. Maybe I'm better at mashing. Yep, so that's Pucus. There's one more. Gibbon says, if I recall correctly, on the console you legit unlock Lizzie, Ralph, and George, and Mucus. Presumably when you rescue them. Yeah, it's kind of weird that you don't unlock them in this version. Oh, maybe it's one of those dumb things where you have to play on hard mode or something. I don't know, it's just... I'm baffled by this. Like, I played the game, I saw myself rescuing these characters. And then it reset, and then they just weren't there. So, sorry, 303210. I don't know. Anyway. Wait, what? So this should unlock Nubus. And I've entered it as it appears on Game FAQs. Oh, in the console version it's SRY3D, so maybe it's just been transcribed wrong. Let's try that. That worked. Game FAQs is wrong. So that unlocks Nubis, a grey version of Mucus and Pucus. Huzzah! Gibbon says, I'm just going to blame it on it being a GBC conversion. Yep, that's probably the safest bet. So, Nubis is the same character again, in a different colour. How about that? Yep. We'll briefly try out Curtis and Boris, and I actually want to compare their stats. So, walk, climb, punch. Bad climb, good punch. So they're more varied. Mucus. Oh, Pucus has maxed out stats. Nubis has minned out stats. Okay, that's good to know. So that's the real speedrun strat. Enter the password for Pucus, and then get all the good stats. Alright, so we'll briefly check out Curtis and Boris, and then we'll be finished for today. That's not bad. Yeah, I don't mind this sprite. It's pretty clear. Kick. Let's try the flap. I don't know about the head as you're climbing. It looks a bit odd. Let's try that climb again. Yeah, it kind of goes weird when it's at that angle. Guess that's what happens when you're converting the pre-rendered stuff to these littler sprites. Sometimes they look a bit odd, but that's okay. So that's Curtis the mouse/rat/rodent. And I just want to look at Boris a little bit. Oh boy. Whoa, radically changing size during some animations. That's interesting. So he's got the worst climb. Oh, they have a downward climbing sprite too. I don't know if I've ever shown that because why would you ever climb down? Oh no, I would have, yeah, to grab certain items during the Ruby playthrough. I didn't show it for the others, but that's alright. Flap. Yep, okay. And I read in the manual that his special is a charge move. But I think maybe all the specials are like... Because Lizzie's was moving, you know, great horizontal momentum. So they're probably all similar. Alright. That's the end. That was Rampage 2 Universal Tour, the third Rampage game, unless you count the Tiger Electronics handheld slotting in there as well. In which case it would be the fourth, I suppose. Just double check my notes. I think I covered everything. Yeah, there's a lot to learn about Rampage. And so many monsters in Total Destruction. If you're into it, that one is definitely, I would say, worth checking out. Oh, my poor back. Okay, that'll do for today. Thanks for joining me. This has been fun, experiencing this in its most crunchy way. Although the original game got a port to the Atari checks notes 2600, which is probably the crunchiest version of the first game. Maybe the ZX Spectrum as well. So plenty of options for crunch in this genre if you're looking for it. But yeah, that was Universal Tour. Thanks for joining me. It's been great having you along, chatting along. And yeah, wish me luck for tomorrow. Yeah, next week maybe Godzilla if I can figure it out. Until then, have a good one. Bye.